The presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is calling on party loyalists and major stakeholders in Lagos State to mobilize members for the party ahead of the 2023 presidential election. The vice presidential candidate, Kashim Shettima, visited the popular Alabara Go markets in Lagos, where he canvassed for support. There is more in this report.
It's a carnival-like atmosphere here at the Alabara Go market, and this crowd has shown the strength and popularity of the ruling Progressive Congress in Lagos State. And taking advantage of the day to sell the manifesto of the presidential candidate of the APC, the vice presidential candidate, Kashim Shettima, accompanied by the host governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Kano State, Umar Gandoje, and other prominent members of the ruling party encouraged the crowd to vote for APC.
For those of us from the north, this is very bad time. In 4 electoral cycles, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu supported northern Nigerian candidates for the presidency of Nigeria.
After the reception by the crowd, Governor Sanwo-Olu moved to the APC secretariat for a meeting with major stakeholders and loyalists on how to turn in 5 million votes for the presidential candidate.
Unit per unit, polling booth per polling booth. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we can use to pay this man back.
In the middle of the meeting, the APC presidential candidate walked into the party secretariat to be part of the meeting with his first constituents. While addressing the crowd, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu says it is time to unite all active members of the party.
There's no politics without anger. There's no politics without anguish. There's no politics when there's no pain. But with the pain comes the joy of victory.
Some of the party leaders who spoke say the party is ready to deliver the state for APC.
It's house to house, from one place to another, identifying the voters, telling the voters the need for that particular voter, whether he's a member of our party or not, the need for him to realize that this is what Sanwo-Olu has done.
Yes, they've given us sellable candidates from the presidency to the lowest level. So what remains for us is to make sure that we work very well.
As the 2023 general elections draw closer, many here have been advised to get their permanent voters card in order for them to vote for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Lagos.
We have joining me in the studio, Director, Public Engagement and Promotions of Manifesto, Fatai Adeshokon. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News this hour.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Right. We saw the presidential candidates of the All Progressives Congress and some of the other candidates, including Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who went to Alabara Go, and all of the outings that they've been making all along. Nigerians have been somewhat asking a lot of questions. So I'll be asking you the same question. Why do you think your candidate is the best man for the job, talking about presidency?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu candidature transcends Lagos State, transcends the country. He had been around. He was a figure of a pro-democracy. And we will not forget that we used to have the military regimes, successive military regimes, from Babangida to Sani Abacha. He was a senator. And he left this country, abroad, fighting for democracy alongside Dr. Beko Ransome Kuti, Gani Fawemi, and a lot of Nigerians, NANS, University of Lagos, University of Ibadan, those SUG presidents. Then we all fought together to have entrenchment of democratic culture in our country. And Asiwaju has paid his dues. And beyond that, we've seen what he did in Lagos as Lagos State Governor. I'm in Lagos. I was born here in Lagos, and I knew what Lagos used to be under the military, and I knew what Lagos now turned to be after he became governor. And we have the successors, from Babatunde Raji Fashola to Ambode, and to wonderful man, Adisadu, Babajide Sanwo-Olu Sanwo-Eko. And to some of us, to God be the glory, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man to beat.
Well, you actually, fronting the campaign organization for the governorship candidates in Oyo State.
Yes.
And as well as that of the presidential as a candidate. We recently heard, recently come to realization that the governor of Oyo State, as well as the deputy governor of Oyo State, are in support of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And then you still have a governorship candidate who is running for, for governor. How do you think this is going to work out?
It will work, definitely. All politics are local. If you are talking about presidential election, we have a national election across the country. And for you to know, like I painted earlier on, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu candidature transcends even the APC, because people see to his candidature as somebody that will unite the country. Because don't forget about diversity. We can no longer sleep that, Nigeria does not have diverse opinions. I mean, we are from Lagos here. In Lagos, we have the Igbos, the Hausas. We need a character that will unite us. So his candidature is uniting in all fronts. The reason you're having the incumbent governor tactically supporting his candidature. And that does not pollute the political arena. As I said, all politics are local. We are going to get to the field.
You're saying that doesn't pollute all political arena.
Yes.
We also know that recently he was with Power Fashionati in Akure, which has, allegedly split the Yoruba sociocultural group, Afenifere. And then we have Pa Adebanjo saying one thing, and then the other group saying another thing. How do you view this particular issue? Do you think the Yorubas are actually split as regards the candidature of Asiwaju Bola? Nobody,
nothing at all, no trouble at all. We are not splitted. Some of us are students of history, and we know the antecedents of Pa Adebanjo. His resolution has always been a singular one, which is he's entitled to his opinion. But Afenifere platform has been contaminated. If an individual claim or proclaim to own Afenifere, from the name, it's not confusing. Afenifere is a promotion of socio-cultural organization of Yorubaris. So, and Adeshokan is not just a Yoruba man. We have many people that are Yorubas. So, and we saw happen in Akure, music of this man, Dr. Yinka Ayefele. 80% ẹ̀dá tó bá ti fẹ́ràn mi, 20% bá fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ kó máa gbé mú. So once we have 80% of the Yorubas queuing behind the candidature of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you saw what happened with Ruben Fasonroti, Ebishe, and everybody was in Akure. So we are not finding anything missing in Akure resolution on Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We saw what happened in 2003. The same Adebanjo was promoting candidature of PAC. We defeated him in the then AD. 2003, new era of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Gani Udaudu, Pa Adebanjo, all of them. We defeated them. So democracy is not limited. For him to have chosen that it was for somebody else, no problem. That's democracy. And Tinubu is a Democrat. We are not even angry. You see, democracy entails options. And he has chosen his own option. But that should be limited to his own cocoon, not generality of Yorubas. And that was what played out in Akure, in Ondo State. Above all, Nigerians are actually anticipating a free, fair, and credible election, as the president has actually promised the entire Nigerians. Gospel alive. You see what is happening? Our candidate in Oyo State is actually coming on board with wisdom and virtues. And what we need is, we need character, not a newcomer. We don't need an accidental person as governor of Lagos, of Oyo State. Right. We saw happen in Lagos. We want that in Oyo succession plan that failed in Oyo. We are paying for it. So once we had a Ajimobi of 8 years, with Tesli Folarin coming on board, we are going to have a smooth running of governance. God spare our lives. I'm afraid we're out of time. We'll definitely find time to talk about all of these things in the coming days. Director, Public Engagement and Promotions of Manifesto, Fatai Adeshokan. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for having me. TVC News.